Grand Rising and Grand Day family, and welcome back to Yvette's View. And today it's September 1st. It's been a minute since I've been on, but as you know, life is going on and things are happening, and life is changing and moving and doing different directions that you don't anticipate. But with that being said, the topic today is about growth and how growth is inevitable. Just from that time away from our reunion on up into the present time, I've had to do some growing. Didn't even realize that I had done some growing because situations come up that you don't anticipate. You have to rethink, reassess, figure out what's your next step and what's your next move. But just knowing how to handle certain things differently than how you used to, and recognizing that growth was amazing to me. I had even discussed that with my cousin and told her, how back in the day I probably would have reacted differently, and just acknowledging the fact that wow, I have grown. Who knew? But growth is inevitable, family, and the more that I stay on my plant journey, the more I stay connected to nature, the more I'm getting connected with myself and even my emotions. Right now, emotions are high during this time. If anybody knows anything about that super blue moon, just know that everybody around you could be there, just their energy is very intense, I would say. And somebody could say something that just sets you off. But it's how you're going to respond and how you're going to act during those times when things don't go the way you anticipate them for them to go. You just have to know that it's going to be all right. But during the time, in the moment, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like things are going to be all right. How do you therefore stop, reassess, and say, wait a minute, before I take this leap and put more on it than what it is, how can I just take a minute and breathe and just try to reassess what's going on here before I react? Just having that ability, I have to applaud myself on that because I had to do that. I know that I have things that I need to work on for myself. So just knowing that and recognizing that was just the next growth. So, and being aware of that. Being aware of it was like, I always say to myself and anybody else who listens to me, just when you can be aware that there's something different, or there's a shift change, or there's a mind shift change, or you had this aha moment about yourself that what you used to do, you transition from that part, you no longer do that, you do this now. It's like, wow, change is inevitable. You're going to change whether you want to or not, one way or another, whether life is going to bring about those changes, right? As you grow, from your teens to your 20s and to your 30s and even your 40s, you start to think differently because you've had a little bit more experience. You've had a little bit more time to do a few things and assess, okay, well, I did that in my 20s, it just don't look too cute in my 40s. I did that in my 30s, maybe now that I'm in my 40s, maybe I should just do this a little bit differently. And sometimes it still doesn't even work out that way even in your 40s. So it just depends on the person. Everybody's different, Some of us are late bloomers. And it's okay to be a late bloomer. I call myself a late bloomer because of the conditioning that I was up under. So it took me a lot longer to get to where I am today, even when it comes to what I put in my mouth and the thought that goes into that. Every time I think about what I'm doing to this vessel, because I need this vessel to keep me going. I need this vessel to have the energy to produce whatever it is I'm going to produce in my new environment, and also even in my new business ventures that I'm looking to embark on. It's going to take energy. Mind has to be clear. I need to be sharp. I don't have time to be, just laid out all the time. I have to be aware of my surroundings. I have to be aware of the climate that I'm in, what's hot, what's not, that type of thing. So just being aware, I'm so thankful and grateful that the change that has started to evolve within me, I can now begin to be that person instead of, remembering how I used to be and still being that same old person that doesn't benefit me today. And I think too, knowing what I am knowing about releasing those things that no longer benefit me and no longer fit in my life. It's just like when you go on a weight loss journey. When you were 200 pounds and now you're down to 100 and something or 150 pounds, those 200 pound clothes you can't wear any longer. They're too big. You have to now get a new wardrobe and put that on. So even when something is done to you, it's how you respond to it, where you can stop it in its tracks or you can keep it going. The choice is yours. I had to make several choices, and I can't say that they were easy choices because I was literally fighting on the inside because I wanted to respond a certain way, but I noticed that I was still spinning around in this hamster wheel. I was still feeling the same feelings and thoughts, and that was so old. It was just, I had to finally get tired. I'm like, I'm tired of this. And the only way that I'm going to be able to get off of it, I'm going to have to stop expecting something different. And that reality was difficult to accept. And then to even think differently and how to reassess why I thought the way I thought, why I felt the way I felt, and how does that still, what is that doing for me now? Is that giving me any kind of elevation? Is that helping me to propel anywhere? The only thing that I know that it's done for a fact is held me back because I can't seem to move past it. I couldn't move past that hurdle. But there was nobody holding me back but me. And again, having to own up to your own responsibilities and the parts that you played in it, whether or not they be conscious or unconscious. When you take some time to really think about it, really reassess it if you can critically about yourself. Be critical with yourself. If you were judging yourself, step outside of yourself and watch an action that you've done. Play that scene over in your head and ask yourself, is that me now? That I remember when I used to do that. That's not me now. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I need to go there because what's the purpose? It's tiresome and it weighs so heavily on me internally. And then the other thought that always comes back to me is I'm causing more sickness within myself because I'm going through turmoil that I'm putting on myself, that I could easily just say, you know what, that's not worth it. It's not worth it any longer. There's no need in me eating a certain way if I can't let go of certain things that cause anxiety or cause turmoil or cause anger. That defeats all of my fresh fruits and vegetables. Just keeping that a buck, I know. If you carry on the inside, why is that still there on the inside? I'm at an age too now where it's, I guess they do say that, I guess as you get older, certain things you can, it's like, you know what, I remember how that used to affect me, but you can have that now. I'm going to give that back to you. You can have that, play with that. I played with it long enough. yeah, I can't seem to get the benefits that I want playing that game. I know the game over here, or I know the way of moving and living. Let me not just say game, but the way of living and moving has been beneficial on this side than it was on that side. And now that I have two different perspectives to see from, I can weigh them out. I can balance them out. I can look at both of them critically outside and say, when I was this way, this was a lot of turmoil. But over here, I've noticed more harmony and balance, and even when there's turmoil, there's still that foundation that was set that creates your harmony and your balance. And so, yeah, family, that change is inevitable, and I'm thankful for it. Grateful to be back. I know it's been a minute. Please be patient with me. I'm definitely going to be hopefully doing some different things and kind of showing you some stuff, because like I said, new businesses is coming along. I'm just going to actually start to advertise them on the channel. But with that being said, family, I'm grateful for the change. I'm grateful for that moment of understanding and realization and awareness that I've moved on from that mindset to the next, and now it's only up from here, and it's only going up from here. So with that being said, family, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love you all. Missed you. Look forward to coming and doing something else out here soon. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I do a video. And with that being said, family, peace.